Welcome to Brook Reading Podcast. My name is Melissa. I'm your host, Melissa. I'd like to thank all of you for joining me.
No.
Today, I will be reading from Rush Complete.
Trying to waste my flavor. Damn.
I've got it. Hold on a second. Hold on. Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
Nice.
Plays that song that's so elusive that the magic music makes your morning move.
I don't have a guitar.
Yeah. It's true, you don't.
Well, thank you for that intro. That's all. I love
$290, folks. Come on. For Allison, I'm going to do this for Allison really quick. $290.
Wow, $290. Oh my God. Come on. Let's do this.
We are so close to more Drew Hallam right now.
I am so excited for that. Right in.
We got another donation, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. How much?
$50 from Fez. Fez from Afterburn. The whole fucking Afterburn crew. You guys are fucking crazy. You guys are insane.
That's
I
so
love
amazing.
you.
Thank you.
I'm coming to Ohio when COVID's done, and I'm fucking hanging out in Scrish Bar, and we're getting fucking wasted. It's happening.
Crazy. Well, that's how it goes.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. $240?
Dude, so we need $240. $240. What am I willing to do for $240? I'll tell you, man, that's a pretty long fucking list because I have no standards whatsoever.
Welcome everybody to the Brook Reading Podcast. Isn't that such a good song?
I remember the day I wrote it. I was sitting in my room and I was thinking to myself,
Well, we just had another donation from Kitty from Afterburn 739, $17.39, and she said, "How dare Fez make a donation and not end it with $7.39? God damn it, Fez!
Give the dude a break. He already gave $50.
God damn it! I mean, I love it, guys. We're 13,777. Holy shit! We're knocking down the door of $14,000 in a big fucking hurry. Do you guys realize something right now? We're only roughly $3,000-ish away from doubling last year's goal, and that's on our fucking own. That's on our own. And everybody realizes, like, to put this in perspective, the Cancer Research Institute has benefactors, like wealthy benefactors, that double $300,000 worth of donations in the months of May and June. We stand a very good chance right now of what we've made. That's like $27,500, give or take.
Oh my God.
That's stupid. That's dumb. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. We're an indie podcast. We have a foul-mouthed frog and a guy that gets drunk and sleeps in a dumpster on our show. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm telling you, though, y'all are big fish. And you've created quite a following over the past 6 years, so obviously this is going to happen. That's awesome.
You guys are fucking amazing. I cannot even believe this.
Amazing.
I can't fucking believe this. I can't.
yeah, Hopstermania, cancer can go to hell.
Mario on the bar, $15.61. Keeping it even, we are at $13,793.
Oh my God.
Oh,
guys,
Drew, we're going to be seeing you pretty soon, baby.
Drew Hallam, get yourself ready, my friend.
Drew will appreciate jumping into Eugene O'Neill piece, being that he's an English teacher as well. So
now, who is Eugene O'Neill? Oh, that's right.
Hold on. Do you want some biographical information? Because that's how we start my show.
$22.61. Jared Taylor, Destruction in Human Form, another donation. And he said, "Give me that shirt." Jared, listen. I ordered this from Redbubble. You can get this on Redbubble right now in our Redbubble store. It took me like a month and a half to get it. I just got them legitimately yesterday.
Because Redbubble's a fish.
Because, well, exactly. It took me so long to get it. You just want me to take it off. That's what it is, chat. Don't fucking lie. Don't deny it. Y'all just want it off. That's what it is.
Jared just wants it off, clearly.
Hey, I got to interrupt really quick because I would like this question. I would like this answer question, okay? And Nick, you're the man. I just got a text from my good friend Janice, and she says, I almost did a guy's voice, but this is Janice. I've been trying for a while, but this is not her voice, by the way. I'm just making up a generic female voice. I'm just gonna sound like such a fucking scumbag. I'm just gonna read it in my own voice. I've been trying for a while, but I can't seem to donate, dear. I followed the link in the chat, and it keeps telling me that I need to log in, but not letting me set up an account. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. No.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post a link because sometimes the Streamlabs link doesn't work properly, like the one that just got posted by Nightbot over in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link directly to our page at the Cancer Research Institute. It's the page that we have set up over there for the live stream for the cure. You can make a donation over there, and then I will get it added in, and I just pasted it over there 6 times. So go ahead and click that link. That'll take you directly to our page at the Cancer Research Institute. Make a donation there, and then we will go ahead and plug it into the chat here.
Question. Good call bringing that up, Sean, because so that's the live stream for thecure.com/donate.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think so, yes. I believe that is, yes.
I'm sending you to the principal's office, Nick.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Is the principal hot?
Listen, we're live, Sean. Stop it.
No, it's still an honest question.
Yeah. Anywho, oh my God. How many more bare breasts do I need to see this evening?
It's probably going to be the first. Is this going to be like the first shirtless reading of Eugene O'Neill?
I'm getting into character.
I highly doubt it. Come on.
I really need to get some sun.
I'm Gaspard the miser.
Come on, Gaspard. But no, because I was going to ask if that is also factored into the donations that you get via Streamlabs.
Does what?
Oh my goodness gracious. The donations that you get on livestreamforthecure.com/donate.
If that
I've just twice. I'm plugging the hell out of that right now.
I gotta make sure
for our total, right?
I gotta make sure of where exactly that redirects to. Yes, it does. It's so basically what happens is if you make a donation over there, it doesn't automatically send up an alert. I have to refresh it and check it, and then I'll add it in manually.
Okay, because I've been sending people there too, and I want to make sure that all the money is.
That is everything goes to Livestream for the Cure, which is the most important thing. So
exactly.
Sending them to either place, that's the most important thing.
Cool. Okay, good to know. All right. Now that we cleared that up, Gaspard, as I do in traditional Brook Reading fashion, I do have some biographical information on Eugene O'Neill.
Okay.
And then my 2 actors, I will have you guys start the reading. So
I need to know my motivation.
I told you your motivation before we started. So.
Oh, but that was
I'm gonna be this guy, and I'm gonna read it specifically out of an actual book with the play.
I can't even believe it. You still have no idea how much that floored me after you sent me.
I legitimately, I had done streams. I had done one stream. I wanted to do more, but I ran out of time because I was planning the event. But I did streams of me just reading, just straight up reading, live, A Long Day's Journey into Night. This is legitimately one of my favorite pieces of dramatic fiction ever. Well, it's sort of fictional, sort of not, but I'm sure you'll get into that in the bio.
I am a little bit, but yes, no, absolutely. And if you do ever need a Mary for those streams,
absolutely, absolutely,
where to find me. I would absolutely do that with you. That'd be amazing. So a little bit on Eugene O'Neill. His early life, he was born on October 16th, 1888, in a New York City hotel room. His full name is Eugene Gladstone O'Neill. He is the son of Mary Ellen and James, who is a stage actor. So yes, Nick, you're absolutely right. Long Day's Journey into Night is very semi-autobiographical.
Very much.
Very much so. It practically mirrors the time in Eugene O'Neill's life when he was late teens, early 20s, and starting to deal with an illness and his parents' own illness and their reactions to that and things like that. After O'Neill was born, his mother developed an addiction to morphine. She had been given the drug to help her through her particularly difficult childbirth. Ella, which they called Mary Ellen, his mother, was also still grieving for O'Neill's older brother, Edmund, who had died of the measles 3 years earlier. In 1906, O'Neill enrolled at Princeton University, but left only after 10 months being at the school. He had had a brief marriage, which resulted in one son, Eugene O'Neill Jr. In 1912, O'Neill himself battled tuberculosis. While recuperating from his illness, he found his calling as a playwright. O'Neill wrote many plays over the course of his time as a writer. In 1916, he started, his first play was produced, Bound East for Cardiff. In 1920, his play Beyond the Horizon won a Pulitzer Prize. Later that year was the Broadway debut of The Emperor Jones. In 1922, he won his second Pulitzer Prize for Anna Christie. Unfortunately, that same year and around that time, he had suffered a lot of familial loss. He had lost his brother as well as both of his parents. Two other plays came shortly after that, Desire Under the Elms in 1924 and Strange Interlude in 1928. In 1936, he became the first American playwright to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature. O'Neill completed Long Day's Journey into Night in the early 1940s, but he refused to have this autobiographical play produced until long after his death. In 1946, he wrote probably his most famous play, The Iceman Cometh. He had started to suffer from Parkinson's and found it impossible to continue to write due to the tremors in his hands. And then, I'm just going to skip to the end real quick so we can get started. Unfortunately, O'Neill died of bronchial pneumonia on November 27th, 1953, at the age of 65 in Boston, Massachusetts. In 1957, Long Day's Journey into Night was performed on Broadway to rave reviews, and he received a posthumous Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize for the drama.
Absolutely, absolutely well deserved. And the best thing about it that I love is it has a dedication at the beginning of it that tells not to publish it until 25 years or so after his death, and then literally the next year after he died. I mean, but I get it because it's brilliant.
It's brilliant and heavy. He just reveals all the dark secrets and the dark demons of his family.
Legitimately is bearing his soul on the page. And the character of Edmund in the play is obviously O'Neill himself.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother that died is, they named Eugene in the play, obviously is Edmund. I mean, it's haunting to think, even if 70% of it, just to think of the way that all this entire family buries themselves in guilt and narcotics and everything else, and refuses to look at the truth and the reality of who they are, and the reality of their family, and the reality of their love and their relationships with each other. It's fucking brilliant, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I hope we do it justice.
Wait,
I believe that we will.
What happened? Oh, God. Okay, hang on. The two girls on the bench, Trish and Sean, are yelling at me.
What?
They said, talk dirty to me about Eugene O'Neill. Well. Let's see. They said, are we the only writers on this chat getting off on this?
Oh, my God.
Coming so we can watch that video.
Oh, my Lord. Nick shirtless equals heaven, says Jared Taylor. All right. You want to go to the gun show, Jared. All right. I feel you, my brother. I feel you. Mel, you are a true literary queen. Thank you.
Oh,
and she could not have picked a more incredible, absolutely incredible. Legitimately, I'm not kidding. I've read this play probably 50 fucking times. I adore it. It's so brilliant, guys. It's so goddamn brilliant.
I agree. I mean, I'm so happy. First of all, thank you, whoever said that. Who said that?
That was Trisha and Shauna. That was Trisha and Shauna. Yep.
I love them. Thank you, girls. You're amazing. I love you guys too.
There's $12.61. Excuse me, for shirtless Nick, and we're 150 away from 14K.
Money. Yeah, Sean. There we go. What was I gonna say? But Nick, that was obviously beautiful what you said, but beautiful. Also, yes, you're absolutely right. I feel like you can read this 50 times over. I mean, the last time I read it was in college, but it definitely resonates. So I'm really glad that it means as much to
And
you.
here's one thing, like in just in terms, if I want to get literary nerd on people, and I have an English degree, so I have a right.
I've never had you on my show, so please.
If I want to get literary nerd on people, I want you to read this play. I want you to read it once and tell me which member of the Tyrone family that you side with the most. Who do you agree with the most? And then I want you to read it again and tell me who you agree with the most. And then I want you to read it again and tell me who you agree with the most. Because let me tell you, every single character in this story is both so flawed and so correct at times. Legitimately, like, the relationships that this fucking material establishes are so complex. And like, this is legitimately, that's why, I mean, you talked about O'Neill, how much it's semi-autobiographical. It really is, because it's his family. This is his fucking life. This is the whole goddamn thing. And there is so, like, the years and years and years of things that you kind of have to look back to and think about, not only what O'Neill must have had in his life, but also what the Tyrone family, like the written family in here, has gone through in the years, to where they've reached this point of detachment with each other, where anytime, like, they'll snipe at each other, they'll take slight digs at each other early in the play, but they won't go all the way. They hold back. They're like, no, I'm going to go away. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. Nobody will confront Mary about the fact that she's back on morphine. Nobody will confront the fact that Tyrone and Jamie have a drinking problem. No one will accept the fact that Edmund has fucking consumption. No one will accept any reality or truth about anyone in the family until they are blitzed out of their mind on intoxicants. And that's why Act 4 is some of the most heartbreaking goddamn literature you will ever read in your life.
100%.
Holy shit.
So passive aggressive. Like,
I read it like there's one passage, and I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, and it's not included in your reading here, so I'm sorry, but I'm a literature nerd. But there's one scene at the end of the play where it's Edmund and Tyrone, and Edmund gives a speech. And I repost it to Facebook at least multiple times a year when it comes up in my Facebook memories. There's one scene where Edmund talks about being a stranger who's never really felt at home, who's never, wanted and been wanted, and who's always been a little in love with death. And I've reposted that thing probably 100 fucking times, because it's me. It's like, that's like, I feel so listless and so directionless at times in my life. And like, I feel that so fucking much from Edmund. This fucking play, guys, I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you.
That means so much to me. Like, I've read when you post that kind of stuff, actually. I've recognized the piece. I love that you hug books. I do that too. I wish I had one of my books near me to hug, but I love that you repost that, because I read that and I recognized it, and I'm like, I get you, Nick.
Meanwhile, two girls on a bench. Trisha took her shirt off in the green room to practice, and nothing happened, just like in her real life.
Oh, I can't believe I left the fucking room.
See, Sean, the most exciting thing that was going on in there was...
That's the great thing. Like, everybody's loving on everything. Put on some glasses, Nick. Okay. I got the glasses.
Yeah.
The great thing...
I think I need mine. Hold on.
The great thing about the play is, you go chapter by chapter, you go act by act in the play, and it's literally, it's Jamie digging into Tyrone about how miserly he is. It's everyone very, very lightly tiptoeing around Mary, because they don't want to confront her too much with the fact that she's back on morphine. And it's Tyrone digging into Jamie for the fact that he's just a loafer, the fact that he does the bare minimum, that he doesn't really commit himself, and that he's a drunk and kind of a bore and everything. And the fact that none of them will commit themselves to everything. And this is a family, this is a group of people, and this is one of the things that you should always take away from this, especially this piece of literature, is to always be honest with people, always tell the truth about people. This is a group of people that will never, ever, ever be honest with people, and it's so tragic that it's literally to all of their own failings and to all of their own detriments. They will never, ever be as honest and as realistic with each other as they need to be, until even one of them will go away to a sanatorium, and then one of them will come back, and the fact Mary is already showing signs of taking morphine again, and they all fucking ignore it. Every one of them ignores it.
Of course.
It's oh my God, it's tragic. It breaks my fucking heart every time I read it. And like I said, read it 1, 2, 3, 4 times and tell me which character you agree with each time, because I guarantee you each time you'll agree with a different one. I guarantee it.
Okay, I need to address this properly before we begin. Welcome, everybody, to the Brook Reading Drama Hour, featuring Nick, Justin, and Loisos, but they're not here.
They suck.
And Sean from the What Does It Matter podcast. Thank you all for coming.
English Geeks Unite. Yes, Deb Kinney. Deb says, shirtless Nick with glasses reading classic literature. I can't handle much more.
And no, Drew, we can't use this video for our students. I know you're thinking it, but we can't. Sorry.
I wish, God. So I am ready. Whenever you are ready.
Sean, you start.
So,
and
Melissa, you're fine with I texted Melissa.
You know, Sean, you feel the part the way you feel the part, my friend. You feel it, all right? I'm just going to give the listeners an introduction. If you haven't read it, we are starting with Act 2, Scene 2. As Nick said, it's a pivotal scene to the plot, not necessarily to the family dynamics, because some of that stuff we've already encountered, but this is a little bit pivotal to the plot. So, Sean, please, whenever you're ready.
What did Doc Hardy say about the kid?
Are you reading this as Walken?
He is. It's an actor's choice.
I love you. Okay. Okay. All right. It's what you thought. He's got consumption.
God damn it.
There's no possible doubt, he said.
He'll have to go to a sanatorium.
Yes, and the sooner the better, Hardy said, for him and everyone around him. He claims that in 6 months to a year, Edmund will be cured if he obeys his orders. I never thought that a child of mine, it doesn't come from my side of the family, there wasn't one of us that didn't have lungs as strong as an ox.
Who gives a damn about that part of it? Where does Hardy want to send him?
That's what I'm to see him about.
Well, for God's sake, pick out a good place and not some cheap dump.
I'll send him wherever Hardy thinks is best.
Well, don't give Hardy your old Over the Hills to the Poorhouse song about taxes and mortgages.
I'm no millionaire who could throw money away. Why shouldn't I tell Hardy the truth?
Because he'll think you want him to pick a cheap dump, and because he'll know it isn't the truth, especially if he hears afterwards you've seen McGuire and let that flannel-mouthed gold brick merchant sting you with another piece of bum property.
Keep your nose out of my business.
This is Edmund's business. What I'm afraid of is, with your Irish bomb trotter idea that consumption's fatal, you'll figure it would be a waste of money to spend any more than you can help.
You liar.
All right. Prove I'm a liar. This is what I want. That's why I brought it up.
I have every hope Edmund will be cured, and you keep your dirty tongue off Ireland. You're a fine one to sneer with a map of it on your face.
Not after I wash my face. Well, I've said all I have to say. It's up to you.
Very nice. You haven't seen my glasses anywhere, have you, Jamie? You haven't seen them, have you, James?
Wait a minute. Hang on. Fuck. God damn it. Where the hell?
Fuck, sorry.
Hang on.
That's what I sent you the PDF.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nope. Go ahead.
There was the whole thing. Okay. Have you seen my glasses, James?
No, Mary.
What's the matter with Jamie? Have you been nagging at him again? You shouldn't treat him with such contempt all the time. He's not to blame. If he'd been brought up in a real home, I'm sure he would have been different. You're not much of a weather prophet, dear. See how hazy it's getting? I can hardly see the other shore.
Yes, I spoke too soon. We're in for another night of fog, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, I won't mind it tonight.
No, I don't imagine you will, Mary.
I don't see Jamie going down to the hedge. Where did he go?
He's going with Edmund to the doctor's. He went up to change his clothes. I'd better do the same or I'll be late for my appointment at the club.
Don't go yet, dear. I don't want to be alone. I mean, you have plenty of time. You know you boast you can dress in 1/10 the time it takes the boys. There is something I wanted to say. What is it? I've forgotten. I'm glad Jamie is going uptown. You didn't give him any money, I hope.
I did not.
Only spend it on drink, and you know what a vile, poisonous tongue he has when he's drunk. Not that I would mind anything he said tonight. but he always manages to drive you into a rage, especially if you're drunk too, as you will be.
I won't. I never get drunk.
Oh, I'm sure you'll hold it well. You always have. It's hard for a stranger to tell, but after 35 years of marriage.
I've never missed a performance in my life. That's the proof. If I did get drunk, it is not you who should blame me. No man has ever had better reason.
Reason? What reason? You always drink too much when you go to the club, don't you? Particularly when you meet McGuire. He sees to that. Don't think I'm finding fault, dear. You know you must do as you please. I won't mind.
I know you won't. I've got to get dressed.
No, please wait a little while, dear. At least until one of the boys comes down. You will all be leaving me so soon.
It's you who are leaving us, Mary.
I? That's a silly thing to say, James. How could I leave? There is nowhere I could go. Who would I go to see? I have no friends.
It's your own fault. There's surely one thing you can do this afternoon that would be good for you, Mary. Take a drive in the automobile. Get away from the house. Get a little sun and fresh air. I bought the automobile for you. You know I don't like the damn things. I'd rather walk any day or take a trolley. I had it here waiting for you when you came back from the sanatorium. I hoped it would give you pleasure and distract your mind. You used to ride it every day, but you've hardly used it at all lately. I paid a lot of money I couldn't afford, and there's a chauffeur I have to board and lodge to pay high wages whether he drives you or not. Waste! The same old waste that will land me in the poorhouse in my old age. What good did it do? I might as well have thrown the money out the window.
Yes, it was waste of money, James. You shouldn't have bought a second-hand automobile. You were swindled again, as you always are, because you insist on second-hand bargains and everything.
It's one of the best makes. Everyone says it's better than any of the new ones.
It was another waste to hire Smythe, who was only a helper in a garage and had never been a chauffeur. Oh, I realize his wages are less than a real chauffeur's, but he more than makes up for that, I'm sure, by the graft he gets from the garage on repair bills. Something is always wrong. Smythe sees to that, I'm afraid.
I don't believe it. He may not be a fancy millionaire's flunky, but he's honest. You're as bad as Jamie is suspecting everyone.
You mustn't be offended, dear. I wasn't offended when you gave me the automobile. I knew you didn't mean to humiliate me. I knew that was the way you had to do everything. I was grateful and touched. I knew buying the car was a hard thing for you to do, and it proved how much you loved me in your way, especially when you really couldn't believe it would do me any good.
Mary! Dear Mary, for the love of God, for my sake and the boy's sake and your own, won't you stop now?
Hi, James, please. Stop what? What are you talking about? James, we've loved each other. We always will. Let's remember only that, and not try to understand what we cannot understand, or help things that cannot be helped. The things life has done to us we cannot excuse or explain.
You won't even try?
Try to go for a drive this afternoon, you mean? Why, yes, if you wish me to. Although it makes me feel lonelier than if I stayed here. There is no one I can invite to drive with me, and I never know where to tell Smythe to go. If there was a friend's house where I could drop in and laugh and gossip a while, but of course there isn't. There never has been. At the convent, I had so many friends. Girls whose families lived in lovely homes. I used to visit them, and they'd visit me in my father's home. But naturally, after I married an actor, you know how actors were considered in those days, a lot of them gave me the cold shoulder. And then right after we were married, there was the scandal of that woman who had been your mistress suing you. From then on, all my old friends either pitied me or cut me dead. I hated the ones who cut me much less than the pitiers.
For God's sake, don't dig up what's long forgotten. If you're that far gone in the past already, when it's only the beginning of the afternoon, what will you be tonight?
Come to think of it, I do have to drive uptown. There's something I must get at the drugstore.
Leave it to you to have some of the stuff hidden in prescriptions for more. I hope you'll lay in a good stock ahead so we'll never have another night like the one when you screamed for it and ran out of the house in your nightdress half crazy to try and throw yourself off the dock.
I have to get tooth powder and toilet soap and cold cream. James, you mustn't remember. You mustn't humiliate me so.
I'm sorry. Forgive me, Mary.
It doesn't matter. Nothing like that ever happened. You must have dreamt it. I was so healthy before Edmund was born. You remember, James, there wasn't a nerve in my body. Even traveling with you season after season, with week after week of one-night stands, in trains without Pullmans, in dirty rooms of filthy hotels, eating bad food, bearing children in hotel rooms, I still kept healthy. But bearing Edmund was the last straw. I was so sick afterwards, and that ignorant quack of a cheap hotel doctor, all he knew was I was in pain. It was easy for him to stop the pain.
Mary, for God's sake, forget the past.
Why? How can I? The past is the present, isn't it? It's the future, too. We all try to lie out of that, but life won't let us. You guys did so great. You guys were amazing.
Mel, you killed it.
Thank you.
That was fucking awesome.
That's
See,
Eugene fucking O'Neill, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Christopher Walken, for being here. That was so polite of you to
where did he go? It was
grace us with his presence.
It was neat that he showed up. Where is he?
He just
son
left.
of a bitch.
Right. That was great, Nick. That was amazing. Thank you.
I love and you picked like the perfect scene because it's like it's his last plea for her, like, please, for the love of God, don't take any more. But she is already poisoned, as they say in the play. She's already been taking it, and it's already too late.
Yeah.
But none of them will confront the truth about themselves. None of them will. He could very, very easily stop her. But he abdicates it. He pushes it off. He's like, no, have Smythe drive you uptown. Have Smythe drive you. He knows she's going to the drugstore, and he knows what she's going to get there, but he still fucking lets her do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
One person in this family has to do something to stop another one of them. And Trisha and Shauna, thank you so much. $100 for all the English majors and writers.
Wow.
So
my
good.
God.
Thank you so much, Trisha and Shauna.
You guys
$25 to go. $25 to go.
26 minutes for $25. What the fuck? Come on.
We can do this. $1 a minute. Come on. Oh my God.
Oh,
Girls, I have to send you something. I don't have swag. This sucks.
oh my God.
I'll send you a signed copy of my book. That's what I'll do.
Thank you so much for picking this play. Just thank you so much for picking this play.
Please. This was awesome. Thank you for
doing it. We did get another
it.
donation. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in over on our Streamlabs here from Janice Murphy. We got another donation for $25. So let me go ahead and plug
Janice
this in
did it,
here.
baby.
Yes.
We got this over on the main website. Drew Hallam, you're due in for a shot, my friend.
Here, brother.
Trisha and Shauna, if you guys want to do a shot, you better get your asses in here too.
Oh,
Nick, do you have
awesome.
Nick, do you have a list of the donors who don't?
I can send them to you. Yeah, I can send them to you.
I can't fucking Sean. I'm drinking for two. Don't expect me to.
Can you have a sip for me? I'm a little parched.
I'm fine.
Thanks.
Okay.
We just had Caleb Brownlee. Caleb from Netflix and Swill just donated $25 to get us to 14K. So we are officially over $14,000. We're officially over 25 schmeckles.
Amazing. Yeah, so I just thought of that. Whoever donates the most out of the list of people that donated when Sean and I were on, I will send them a sign.
Is that what we were agreed on?
Drew doesn't have
Yes.
Yes.
Is this not what we agreed?
This is 100% what we agreed to, is shirtless Drew for the $14,000 shot. Trisha and Shauna, are you guys coming in?
Please be shirtless.
Girls, do not feel threatened. Do not. Fight for your rights, ladies.
To party.
They keep going in the green room.
Okay, so Drew, you totally jumped on my ship. I can't. I need my air conditioner on.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting.
Excuse me, Hendo. You came in at the right time, sir.
Hendo's here too. Awesome.
I've literally been waiting to pull this off since Nick and all of them were on with all out their shirts, and I kept waiting. I sat here without my shirt for the next donation to come in for a shot, and I was like, I'm just gonna jump on and go, I love this trend. What are we doing?
Fucking crying. I can't take it. Oh, they have a little guitar.
So we have I hear tell that they have a ukulele song.
Ukulele.
They got a uke.
Musical
It's
stuff.
a
A little guitar.
I
No,
hear
it's a
tell we have a
ukulele.
ukulele song from Trisha and Sean
guitar.
here.
It's a little guitar.
This
Okay,
time,
so wait,
I get
before
to
we
have
all
the
choose,
fun.
whoever donated the most amount of money in this past 2 hours of craziness, I'm going to
wait.
send a signed copy of my book that I wrote and some Brook Reading swag.
Yeah, you wrote a book, Mel? Like,
No,
what
I
the
didn't.
fuck?
How
Do
did
you know how
we
it-
know
We
that?
want the
Do you know
book.
how angry I was when I found that out?
Drew,
Yeah.
I
5 minutes.
You told me after I found out randomly.
5 minutes ago, we're like,
And
wait,
then she
what?
and then she got mad at me because I was all like, "Hey Mel, I bought your book." She's like, "I could have sent you one."
So here's the
Saw
thing.
that. No one
And
saw
signed.
that.
Drew Hallam.
Yes, sir.
So
here.
for
Oh my God.
$13,000 now, there has been a little bit of concern in the chat
Well,
from one Chris Yaney who wants
I'm
to
gonna
see.
light it, and I told Chris I would light it when I was down to the last bit. So I will light whatever's left on fire at 15 grand.
There
And
you
can you
go.
maybe do me a favor
And
and
I
put it on before you
What are
like,
you gonna let? Don't light any fires
that's a good
except for the doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm just.
what if
put a shirt on before he lights shit on fire.
it's in my soul?
Please
Can I
don't.
light a
Yeah.
fire
You
in
can
my
always
In
light
your
a fire in your soul,
soul?
baby.
Best
Oh my
place.
Always.
Best place.
Always.
Please don't light fires. I worry about that. Okay.
I'm saying, right?
So
fucking-
Mel,
first of all, I
are
think
we
we've got
all-
ukulele.
Are we
Send
all-
me a copy
Are
of
we
your book.
taking a shot? What's
First
up,
of
everybody?
I was
Right?
waiting for this ukulele solo that I was expecting.
I know.
Yeah.
We were waiting for that.
Why are there
E minor.
Oh, see?
songs about rainbows?
Bubby, do you see this?
On the other side.
I love that your kids are
And rainbows have nothing to hide. There you go, Nick.
In
That's all
honor
I
of
got.
you, Sean, doing
We've
a
been
walk-in
told and
voice.
some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong. Wait and see. Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, me.
Off the fucking rail. This is
All day, walking head.
La da da dee da da do. La da da dee da da do.
Yes.
It's my favorite song ever.
Can you play Hungry Eyes, Trisha?
No doubt.
I can't.
That
but I
is
wish
like-
I could.
That is like
You
Roadhouse.
gotta send me the chords.
sweetie.
Oh,
Like,
I think Sean's got your hungry eyes.
I tell you,
What are you doing?
I got this feeling deep.
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't know the words.
Hungry
I
Eyes.
don't know, but
All I know is
that face is like
that
life-size
crazy
to
face
Nick.
deserves a
Hungry eyes.
Also, here.
Hungry eyes.
Eyes.
That's not his song.
I feel the magic, but it's not
She's like the wind.
Oh, good, good.
my dream.
She rides the night
I
next to me. Yeah! I feel the breath of my face.
Her body next to me. I know. Why do I know this song?
Dirty dancing. That's why you.
She's all that I need.
Should I just take my shirt off?
No, no. Trisha really wants to take her shirt off just for no reason.
Why
at
is
all.
Trisha
She's
so
like-
determined to get naked?
She's like, "Can I take my shirt off?" She's gonna be a really fun
'Cause I
old
was a
lady.
naked person
You're
back in
like,
the day.
she'll
I'm
just
just
do
saying.
anything, and you're like,
Yeah,
I
because
was-
once it's over 40, it's like fuck it, girls, right?
Also, when I was
Or we're all
under
over
30, it
40.
was also like fucking
We're
girl.
way,
Or
like,
fucking
hitting
girl.
that.
Under
What?
30,
Okay.
everything was back where it was supposed to be. At
I
least
want to
with me.
remind
Listen,
everyone.
okay.
So here's the thing. I want to remind everyone right now that after this segment, the Velvet
we
Drizzle
doing our
himself, the Velvet Drizzle, Sean Ennis, is coming in here, and we got to try to class this place up in the next 20 minutes, and we have descended into half-naked chaos.
I thought that's what my job was.
What's not classy about
There was
this?
like some like.
That's true. I am pretty sure, actually,
Taking my shirt off.
I think the meat machine
Right.
would be cool with this.
I'm feeling very attacked, Nick.
How about
Are we
it?
doing a shot or not? Like, what's the
Yeah.
deal?
We're definitely not. I'm not
Let's
10.
do it.
So thank you so much to Hendo from the
Christmas?
Movie Journey. $10 each for Naked Nick and Naked Drew. So let's do some shots, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some
Awesome.
shots for 14K. Let me know when everybody's ready.
Holy shit.
Oh wait, I have a shot. I get the shot glass this time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
That's
down the
right.
hatch. Cheers.
That's class right there.
I know, right?
Oh, that's
Damn,
truffle.
girl.
No, me too. Me too.
Sorry, Sean. I know, you're right. Oh,
Not as cold this time. It got warm. It's a
Hella
little bit rough.
warm.
All
I
right.
don't know. I'm not.
Put it back in your
guys are
freezer.
like-
cold rum. Ooh.
You guys are. It's too far away. You guys were reading a
15K.
play.
No, you
Yeah.
guys are amazing.
That is
What
some
happened?
beautiful shit. Like
you happened. Oh my god.
Who reads a play?
Listen,
What?
if Melissa and I have to get together and read all of Long Day's Journey, we'll fucking do it.
Please.
no.
We'll fucking
And
do
we
it.
will listen to it.
We'll
For
fucking
Sarah
do it.
Jan- for that.
I
$17,000.
love it.
We'll do it.
20,000.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
That was a lot. And Nick said all that stuff, how it's like his favorite goddamn play of all
Oh
time.
my god.
It's amazing.
That's great.
Yes. Yes.
Like, I can't just come
No.
on and be all funny because Nick's like, oh, my favorite play ever.
I will
I
do
heard
it
smart
completely
people.
topless next time.
Let's bring smart people back. Trisha keeps wanting to be naked. She feels really.
Keep going.
I'm gonna have to block their shot if she takes any more off. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Why your nipples are showing?
It's true.
Don't be sexist.
Wearing our bras is kind of boring.
I'm just gonna bra, like whatever. It's like a bathing suit. Come on.
It's true.
I will never take anything off.
You wouldn't be wearing
Just
that.
so you know.
Come on, let's be real.
Oh
If
my
I
lord.
wouldn't, and now I wasn't.
Exactly.
I wasn't. No.
This girl.
And yesterday and the day before it was a fucking sports bra. I'm just saying.
Oh my lord.
This is
Heaven.
a
You got the
I-
nice shit.
This is some fancy tit shit right here. fancy bra. That's what I got for you, Nick. I brought you and Mel and Drew and Sean the fancy fucking
I
bra.
got the facial hair. You got the fancy bra. These boys
And
don't know.
Shauna,
These boys do
I've
not
already
know.
seen it.
I have to tell you, Nick, I took it off in the pre-chat in the green room and no one fucking noticed. And I was like, seriously? I took my shirt off and no one
Dan wasn't actively monitoring the green room at that time.
Dan was staring at the fucking camera
Listen,
and he was like,
if you go back into the green room in about 5 minutes and take it off again, Sean Ennis will be in there.
it's okay because
This
me and
is
Sean are related because I'm like from Ennis, Ireland, okay?
All
Like,
right, so
whatever.
they're family, and that's even weirder. It's
Yeah.
even weirder. Trisha, don't try and make that a thing.
Yeah.
So
It's a thing.
let's just say,
I'm thrilled.
Dude, gee. I love you, Drew.
Oh my
I love the like naked.
What? If the boys can take their shirts off, so can the
You
girls.
know what?
Oh,
Has
girl,
no one has
No,
no,
no.
one listened to Dar
My-
Williams when
my
I
You
was
want
daughter
to
young.
fucking
said
talk equality? This is equality.
This is
Oh,
equality.
Lord.
No, my
Should I just
daughter.
take the
Wait,
whole
wait.
thing?
No,
Wait.
don't.
God.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get
This
banned on
one.
Twitch. in
This
5
one right
seconds.
here.
Swear to God.
She's
Oh
the
my-
one. All right.
Take the bottle away.
It got X-rated really fast. No, my daughter said that
Here
there.
you go.
She like walked in with like a bra,
There we
and I
go.
was like, "Really, you're not wearing a shirt?" And she's like, "Well, my
So
brother
fuzzy
walks
right
around
here.
without his shirt on all the
Boom.
time." And I was
Not
like,
serious, Nick.
"Who am I, fucking asshole?" Yes, wear your fucking
Hashtag
bra.
mini feminist in your house. I fucking love that. Yes.
Yeah. You should
Rock
hear
on.
the shit I say.
Yes.
Anyway, listen to our next podcast. It's coming out soon. Where I'm like a dick
Love
all
you
the
too.
time.
I can't play that on the ukulele.
That's what we got our tattoo to. Wait.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Where's your tattoos? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you guys are great.
What is yours, Mel? I can't see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to turn my shit around here. Turn my shit around.
Turn the
Turn
shit
around.
What's your favorite song?
Okay, so this one, here, I'm gonna put it for the rest of my house. This one,
And of course, Sean can play it, right? Oh,
Go.
I love it.
okay, so
What's it
that's
say?
Tiger
What
Eyes.
does it say?
That's
Okay.
from Tiger Eyes by Judy Blume. It says "When the Lizards Run," but in Spanish.
I love it. From
And
Judy
then,
Blume.
Yeah.
hold on.
Look at you.
This
You're so
one
sweet.
is
Nice.
it says "Be yourself, everyone else is already taken" by Oscar Wilde.
I love that
Yes.
quote. That is
I
my
love you.
signature. That is my signature on my email. Oh my god.
It is.
Let me see.
Yes.
I love Wild.
I know.
I do.
Wild.
We would have our second one and also like 15 pounds gone, but quarantine happened.
Girl, please.
We're getting a bench. We're
the
gonna
bigger
get
you
a
are, the more
bench.
time you have to get ink. So that's just how I look at it.
Once it happens, once it's opened, we'll go. We'll
I
get a
love the
bench.
free for all weirdness that's going on right now.
I know, right?
It's
It's
just
really
insanity.
I
It's
was gonna say,
chaos.
it's
It's
just-
craziness.
Can I show my
There's-
other side without taking my shirt off? I think I can. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay,
look at
that's
this.
my first.
What's that? I can't.
So
I'm
it's
sorry. I
a
can't really.
phoenix, but when I had surgery, they cut through it. So now it's a phoenix with a scar.
It's
Yeah,
kind
that
of
is true.
Irony, right? Like
Deb
what does
Kinney
that
has a
mean?
point. Over in the chat, Deb Kinney said English majors gone wild.
Woo!
Go write a story about a phoenix tattoo with a scar.
I know,
That
I
is
love
my
it. That's
favorite
a
thing that
writing prompt.
ever happened right
That's a
now.
good
Yeah.
idea, actually.
Like
Go
it,
do it. Go
like
do it.
it.
I'm gonna read it after you write it.
I will write it and send it to you guys for your next writing.
Please, please do. Please
I will
do. Seriously.
totally do that.
I'm in love with that.
People are saying this is a mess. Maybe I should put my shirt back on. Sorry. She just said
Please don't.
bra. Like,
You don't need
whatever.
to. No, you're all good. No, leave it off. You look fine. It's fine. It's nice.
You should have walking over one tit and Swayze over the other.
Put
There's a
your clothes
lady.
on.
Who shows all that glitters is gold. As she's buying a hairway to Steven. That makes no sense. No.
Oh my god!
So-
My headphones just fell
So there's
out.
like two of us and I'm the asshole, but turns out Trisha will like bear quite a few
Think
things
about
more than I will.
I noticed.
Being an
Half
being
of
an
us-
asshole
Going
and just showing
I'm not afraid of a little Nick. Yeah, right. I mean, if I wasn't married for like 20 years. Oh, you guys are so cute.
You're
Thank you.
adorable.
I
I'm like
got
the
pals.
I'm like the censor right now.
I
Look at
love
me.
them.
I know you're
I'm the
censoring my
censor.
cleavage, which
I
is
know.
like
It's
already
like I
out
don't
no
even
matter
care.
what.
But it just seemed funny right now to put Christopher Walken here.
Christopher
Mostly
Walken,
it's
you know
mostly for
what?
the comedy.
he
I
can
mean,
go
I'm all about the
wherever he
comedy.
wants.
It's really crazy to like.
Did you hear that? Anywhere I want. Wowie zowie.
Mostly because Sean likes
What I
Christopher
mean
Walken
is,
too.
it's more cleavage.
Look, cleavage. Look, cowbell.
I've got a
Look,
finger.
cowbell.
And on the prescription,
Thank you,
it's
Sean.
more cleavage.
Thank you, baby. Love you too.
Oh, we love
Bisexual.
you too, baby.
I love you.
You did? Oh no, I didn't see.
I was like,
Oh,
look
my
you
future
up.
sister-in-law
Yeah.
donated. I didn't know.
Whatever.
My future sister-in-law donated. I didn't know.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wait, when and where's the wedding?
Yeah, when are you getting
Future
married and
sister-in-law,
we'll-
what?
And
like,
one of
you
us
know.
asked the other.
Oh. Uh-oh.
No, we
Bring
know
your-
it's like a thing.
Bring your girl back. I'm just kidding. Well, let's do it right now for
We will.
$1,000. Anybody? Sorry.
Show up, Mel, wherever you
mention I was a
are.
If my dad was
fundraiser? I'm
still
sorry.
awake, he would probably do that. He'd be like, "Okay, let's get this." moving."
Let's get this ring
You know what?
on the road.
You know what? Shauna's dad married me. I mean, married my husband and I. So, like, you know, hook you up.
He's
Isn't that legal
available
in California?
online.
That would be weird if he married me.
Yeah,
But that's not what happened.
That would be a weird other thing. No,
yeah.
he's available if you need
Yeah.
someone.
Is what you're
He-
saying. I got you.
He can do a wedding anywhere,
He
anytime.
won't even charge you.
online. He's a great guy.
Oh,
He's that much of a ham.
A ham. Get it?
Hi, Al. I'm sure
Mm.
you're watching.
I
hope
hope
he's not watching with
Oh,
you naked.
what? I'm not naked. I'm like barely naked.
I hope my parents aren't watching, said Shauna, the pre
Yes, you're in the right place.
1920.
probably checked out.
My mom died. It's all good.
Guys, hold on a second. You know that the page is just me.
What?
That's fine.
Too
There's
far.
nothing wrong with that.
Me.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's been a long night. My dad died of cancer 18 years
sorry.
ago. 18
No,
years
but
ago.
that's why we're
good.
doing this. 'cause
That's
it's
why
very
it's
That
important.
is exactly why we're
our-
doing this, to raise
That's
money for a
exactly why
future
we're-
immune to cancer.
Hey, it's
Close to
only
our
Melissa
coroner.
now.
Well,
No,
okay.
it's definitely super important. And just as a serious note, like I think I said this before, but I used to work with scientists that were like, which is weird, but I'm just a fundraiser. There were people that were researching cancer, drugs and all the trials and all that kind of stuff. And it's super important. And that's why we're supporting. And also Trisha's a personal connection. And I think everybody has some sort of tangential or personal connection to cancer. And so everybody, that's why you should be giving. I mean, we're joking around and Trisha's taking her shirt off and he's taking his shirt off.
But like it's like 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. We all have that connection to cancer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that's why we're really.
I mean, I'm willing to take off even my bra.
Okay,
at this
don't.
point.
You're not doing that.
No,
Said
I
her best friend while she
Wait.
was online.
So
Wait,
I did just
don't we
want to
do a vote?
say, I did just
We
want to
gotta
make
keep
a note
Twitch.
here.
This is what
Wait.
happens when this is like our sponsor. Just kidding. I wish they gave us.
I
some
did just
money.
want to make a note here, ladies and gentlemen. I did just want to make a note that Melissa, you said you were going to give a signed copy of your book to whomever was the highest donor during your segment.
100%.
That goes to Trisha and Shauna, two girls on the bench. Definitely the highest donor during your segment. So they win a signed copy of your book.
Love you.
I totally will.
Oh,
You're
that's
the
awesome.
best.
Oh my God. I love it.
You're so lucky.
Yay. For that, I'll send you two because there's two of you.
Oh, well,
We can share it.
I
It's
mean, we're
okay.
very like.
Split it right down the half.
So we're gonna
Really?
be we're gonna be wrapping up here and everything, and we've got
With
again
all
the
the
Velvet Drizzle himself coming up. Just the meat machine.
Velvet
Sorry,
Drizzle?
excuse me, the meat machine.
Okay.
Grrr.
But
I like that sound.
Sean,
Yeah.
and Melissa, can you please let our audience know where they can find your amazing shows online and all that fun jazz? The plugs.
I got you.
Before this, Nick, there's only one of us on the screen right now on the page.
Yeah,
And it's Melissa sitting there like, hey, where'd the boobs go? Sorry.
See, I did that on purpose because I was super afraid that Trisha was going to whip out a titty, so I didn't want to get banned from Twitch.
See, you were afraid. I was hoping for it.
Well, see, listen, I was here for it, and like we would have been able to see it in our little chat, but the stream wouldn't have been able to see it.
You know, I've thrown
Yeah.
off my t-shirt many times. This should be enough. Okay.
I saw that hand. I saw that hand.
Hands across America. Hands across America.
Please let our audience know where they can find you guys out there on the web.
You, Nigo, you go, we go. Who goes?
How about this? I'll go first. You guys
Okay.
wrap it up. Love you
Okay.
guys.
Oh, dude, I love you. Wait, aren't you guys supposed to do a shot?
No, I did my shot.
That Sean.
Everybody did their shot. You just don't-
You and I, trust me, we're all good.
All right.
Hopefully.
Love you both. I'll see everybody at 15,000.
I love you.
Don't fuck poop.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
I said don't fuck poop.
Oh, good advice. Oh,
No, it's very good. You know, some people out there, they walk down the street, they see a dog made a mess, and they go, "Oh my god!" I gotta
okay,
see
you can find What Does It Matter on Twitter, on any podcatching app. Just go to go to @ WDIM podcast. He is a member of the hashtag WLI Pod Peeps on Twitter, and he's on Apple and Spotify and all the lovely podcatcher apps. And go to WDIMpodspot.blogspot.com. Fuck, I fucked up his website.
How about just WDIMpodcast.com?
Boom, forget the blog spot. Go on MySpace. He's still on there. He plays music. He's fucking talented. Now, for me, You can find me on any podcatcher app as well. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher.
Orange.
Recently on Spreaker.
Potato.
Yeah, all that. So that was good. You can find me on Twitter at Brook Reading Pod, and you can find all my extra information and blog posts and pictures and all kinds of fun stuff on brookreadingpodcast.com. Boom. How'd I do?
Bam!
You two are absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being here for what can only be described as absolute chaos over the last 2 hours. I really appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for Sean, for the music, Melissa, for the O'Neill. Thank you so much.
Can you do that again? We're getting a screenshot.
100%. Oh, totally.
Wait.
Here we go.
Wait.
I try to make mine look like a vagina.
I know. I'm not good at the hearts thing. Okay, we're there. Okay. Hurry up. We're there. We're there. Technology.
Oh, wait, I didn't. Hang on. Let me switch the thing. Hang on. Now do it. Now do it.
Now do it. Go.
No, I can't see him.
It's okay.
Okay. But Sean hasn't turned it off.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
No, frame.
Okay. Oh, God. Here we go. Okay.
Okay. Now we're ready.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful
you,
night.
Jeff.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Of course. Bye.
Sorry, I gotta leave too, don't I?
Yeah, get your ass out of here.
All right. So, well, and welcome to the live stream for The Cure #4. And, before I go, I would love to say,